Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas Porteous and you're watching NewsX World. Let's take a look at some of the top stories this hour. Military chiefs of India and Pakistan will meet today to discuss next steps after a ceasefire ends the worst fighting in decades. The border remains calm after a peaceful night, though some schools stay closed as a precaution. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he'll personally meet Vladimir Putin in Istanbul on Thursday, hours after Donald Trump urged Kyiv to accept Russia's offer of direct talks. Zelensky calls for a ceasefire to begin as Western leaders back a 30-day pause to lay ground for peace. Netanyahu says Israel only has agreed to a safe corridor for the release of hostage Eden Alexander, not a ceasefire or prisoner deal. Meanwhile, Gaza officials say an Israeli strike on a school sheltering displaced people killed at least 10, including women and children. Washington and Beijing hail substantial progress after 2 days of trade talks in Geneva, with a deal struck to reduce the US deficit and launch a new economic dialogue. Details remain under wraps until later today, but China promises good news for the world. 68 million Filipinos head to the polls today in midterm seen as a showdown between Marcos and Duterte camps, with control of the Senate key to a possible impeachment of Vice President Duterte. Voters are also now choosing lawmakers, governors, mayors and city councillors, with results expected late tonight. US President Trump says that today he will sign an executive order to cut prescription drug prices to match levels paid in other rich nations. The order will enforce most favored nation pricing, slashing costs by up to 80%. China will host a major summit with Latin American leaders this week to boost trade ties amid Beijing-Washington tensions. Presidents of Brazil, Colombia and Chile will attend the China-CELAC Forum in Beijing on Tuesday. Gunmen killed 23 people in 4 villages in Nigeria's Benue state in the latest violence linked to farmer-herder clashes over land use. The Red Cross confirms multiple attacks Saturday night as tensions grow in the troubled Middle Belt region.